slapped comedian Chris Rock in the face after a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Smith then returned to his seat, but he continued to shout at Rock. He was clearly very angry, dropping a couple of F-bombs in the process. A short time later, Smith won the Best Actor Oscar for the film King Richard, and he gave a very emotional speech in which he seemed to defend his actions, saying, quote, "Love makes you do crazy things." E.T.'s Kevin Frazier was on the red carpet for the Oscar ceremony. He joins us now to bring us up to date. Kevin, you know, some people saw this in real time. Other people woke up to this news this morning. Whenever you saw it, it was just stunning. I'd love to know what they're saying in Los Angeles this morning. You've never seen anything like this.
Gail, you hit it on the head, because I have never seen anything like this at any award show before. And here's the thing. Spirits were high throughout the evening until a joke from Chris Rock, as you mentioned, led Smith to walk onto the Dolby Theater stage and slap the comedian, all less than an hour before Smith would go on to win his very first Oscar.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it.
Actress Jada Pinkett Smith was visibly unamused when presenter Chris Rock mocked her shaved head, unlike her husband Will Smith, who was laughing until he wasn't when he marched towards Rock on stage.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked out of me.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Rock, who seemed visibly shaken for a moment, went on presenting.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
The joke came at the expense of Pinkett Smith, who was previously spoken out about her decision to shave her head amid her struggle with alopecia, a disease that results in hair loss.
It was terrifying when it first started. You know, I was in the shower one day and then just handfuls of hair just in my hands.
And the Oscar goes to
Will Smith!
Later in the night, Smith won the Best Actor award for his portrayal of Serena and Venus Williams' father in King Richard.
I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams.
And he spoke about defending family.
Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. I'm being called on in my life to love people and to protect people and to be a river to my people.
Smith apologized to the Academy and his fellow nominees while never mentioning Rock before ending his speech uncomfortably with humor.
Thank you. Hope the Academy invites me back. Thank you.
Now, that apology is likely why Smith was able to accept his award in person. We're told the Oscar staff was trying to decide whether to ask him to leave after the outburst. Now, the Academy tweeted that it does not condone violence of any form. The Los Angeles Police Department said they are aware of an incident at the event, but that Rock declined to file a police report, Gail.
I don't know about you, Kevin, but I woke up, I went to bed with such deep sadness. I woke up with deep sadness as well. We know Chris, we know Will, admire and like them both. And to see this happen between the two of them on the Oscar stage was very, very difficult. I also, listen, I haven't talked to Chris, I haven't talked to Will. I do not believe that Chris Rock knew that Jada has alopecia and that it was a painful thing. He is not a malicious guy. He is not a snarky guy. He wouldn't make a joke like that to cause somebody pain, I believe.
Well, Gail, what's very interesting is you look at two of the biggest entertainers, two of the biggest African-American entertainers, and now this has stained both their careers. Meanwhile, Will afterwards went to the Vanity Fair party with his family, he celebrated. He celebrated his win and his Oscar.
There were questions today why Will wasn't immediately escorted out of the building. If a stranger had walked on the stage and hit Chris that way, that's why you have security. But I'm telling you, when I was watching it, Kevin, I thought it was a bit. I thought it was a joke between the two of them. It was only when he sat back down and Will started screaming at him in the way that he screamed that you realize it wasn't. And we were all cheering for Will. We were all wanting to, well, I'll say many people I knew were cheering for Will. I was cheering for Will. Wanted him to finally win that Oscar. Yes.
That was the sentiment on the red carpet, that everyone was cheering for Will. Diddy came by and he said, it is going to be a riot if Will doesn't win. We didn't know that there was going to be a riot beforehand.
Yeah, I think Sean Combs, Diddy tried to clean up and say, you know, we'll handle this privately. But it can no longer be private because now it's on the Oscar stage and everybody's talking about it.
Yes.
It was a very tough night, very tough night. Thank you, Kevin. Hey, listen, I know you're going to be here a little bit later on because other things happened at the Oscars last night, believe it or not.
There were other winners.